I went on this journey. I wanted to ask people how they feel about the shift towards right-wing politics in Europe, but right before I went on this journey, the Landtagswahlen took place in Germany, and they left me a bit speechless, kind of. And it made me feel like I don't want to talk to people about this topic, especially as a person of color. I didn't want to talk to anyone about migration or how they feel about right-wing politics, because it made me feel very anxious. So I changed my question I took on this journey with me towards what do people think about Europe in general, and how do they feel like they can connect with other people. And that's what I asked some people, and I recorded some of the conversations, but I didn't record everything. And I filmed some scenes where I felt like people are coming together, or where it's quiet and you can just think and let Europe move you in some ways. And I hope you get the sense that I did, that Europe is very diverse, and that it is a multitude of different atmospheres and people, and that's what makes it Europe. But yeah, let's just start at the beginning.
Including me, a lot of people always think that Europe is something like romantic and always nice weather, nice food, and nice human. Always.
Vielfalt, Multikulti, Freiheit, Schönheit, Offenheit, Geschichte, Tradition.
Teilweise Wohlstand.
What does Europe mean to you?
Ability as a student, especially to be able to study and go wherever you want to go for work, and also kind of the freedom that comes with it to decide where you want to stay.
For me, it's like a heritage, and we've got a very strong cultural foundation as in Europe, with history, with Roman law, with religion, with philosophy. So the foundation is really, really strong. I see Europe as an opportunity to build on this foundation and to develop ideas. I really appreciate what EU is doing, especially in terms of IT regulations. I think that these are very bold movements and ideas, which will not slow down Europe, rather it will allow further development. Europe as a community, not as a continent. A lot of good things I think about Europe.
Ja,
Offenheit.
Respekt ist das Wichtigste. Offene Arme hat, dass man gibt, dann fängt man auf. Sprachen ist das Wichtigste. Mit Sprachen öffnet das einem die Welt, die Kultur, das Verständnis für andere.
Thanks to language we learn, languages we learn, I think it's not so hard to connect, even there are so many different languages in Europe. Very often, and it's not hard to connect, especially here in Portugal. I think it's like the best place to connect. Yeah, they're very open, even they don't speak English.
I feel like there's a lot of programs also supporting that the exchange between countries is made easier, or not only neighboring countries, but in general. And I feel like only through that we already get the possibility to connect to many different people at a young age as well. Thinking of like exchange programs, visit all the places in Europe and feel kind of connected by being part of that.
There's a lot of opportunities that unfolds because of common market and a lot of economic interactions, and I think we've got common interests as Europe. We as a Europe, we can compete, for example, with other continents. As a Europe, we are part of the global economy. As separated countries, I think it's much more complicated.
While I was walking the Camino, I talked to more people about my questions, but I did not record a lot to not interrupt the flow of the conversations. But all people were saying kind of similar things. Europe appears to mean freedom, the opportunity to travel and experience other cultures. A lot of people perceive it as safe and open-minded. This is very interesting considering the shift in politics which is applicable in Europe, but it could be due to me mostly talking to people who are on holiday. It was also interesting to see that people often did not differentiate between Europe and the EU. However, a lot of the aspects they attributed to Europe are actually possible because of the EU. In general, I had a really good experience and gathered a lot of hope during my travels. I got to experience a part of Europe I did not travel to beforehand and make new experiences. And I think this is also what Europe means to me. It is a place of adventures, but it is also a place to be mindful. And I think in order to be able to connect with different people, it is important to not limit your open-mindedness to people who are already living in Europe or who were born in Europe or who appear as European to you, whatever that means. I think it is important to have this open-mindedness to everyone coming to Europe.